It's Cosmin Contra, who only actually had been in the position himself for a couple of weeks, and then Kholood were taken over. There was a new ownership group, and they decided they didn't want the Romanian, and they wanted to go in a different direction.
Yeah, maybe Des Buckingham did enough to impress the new owners, and they've maybe seen him before from his time, you know, in the championship in England. So yeah, it's a good opportunity for him. I always think when you go abroad and you get a different experience, he's going to learn a lot. So yeah, you wish him well.
Here's Kholood's side, have lost 4 of their last 5 in the Saudi Pro League. They have played against Al Ittihad and Al Ahly in that time, though. Only win for Kholood in those 5 matches, a 5-2 victory at Al Fateh. Here's Mohamed Simakan, formerly of RB Leipzig, of course. Slipped in towards João Felix, and he has options in the middle as well. One of them is Mane, who climbed very high, but couldn't keep that header down.
Yeah, you can see João Felix. I think he may be looking for Cristiano Ronaldo, but the ball didn't have enough on it, and Sadio Mane has to challenge for it, and he's unfortunate. It's going to be an outstanding header to beat the goalkeeper from that distance.
28th game in charge of Al Nassr for him tonight. He's won 21 of them so far. Already telling those who are willing to listen what perhaps should have happened in that particular move.
Yeah, he's coaching already on the touchline to his substitutions, but I think when you've got a manager like that, you listen because he's got the experience, as I said, been there, seen it and done it.
Forward with a bit of height from Buckley, and Martinez and Simakan between them have got that situation under control. Simakan has piled that ball into an opponent to win the throw. It's that chance for Mane again. There's a little deflection on that ball from João Felix, which probably meant that Mane was having to readjust.
Yeah, it was difficult. I think if Mane knows Ronaldo's behind him, maybe he leaves it, because then he's got a free shot at goal.
This is Al Ghanam for Al Nassr. Coman taking it well, and keeping it as well for Al Nassr. Now Angelo. Slightly squeezed for room, so he's gone to Saad Al Nassr in that advanced left-back position. Ronaldo for Mane. Angelo. João Felix, that was heading into the corner. Needed Kozani to get down swiftly.
Yeah, Kozani's good hands, to be fair. It's good build-up play between Mane, Ronaldo, and João Felix gets the shot off straight away, but it's a comfortable save.
It's on loan from Platense, the Argentinian, in the Kholood goal tonight. First season with the club. This is where Enduram comes into his own, a bit of power in midfield to keep Angelo away. Enrique is trying to keep his run. He did keep his run, but no, the offside flag is up against Ramiro Enrique.
Yeah, they keep a high line on Nassr, and if Enrique can time his runs, he'll have a chance to get in. They're not going to see a lot of the ball. But yeah, you can see he's trying his hardest, but he's about 3 yards offside. 3
yards offside, and in a position as if he was about to start a 100-metre race as well.
Yeah, he was ready. He looked quick, didn't he? On the starting blocks.
He's out of those blocks a little too soon. That's an interesting ball over the top. João Felix has reached it. The goalkeeper hasn't. Felix has left it for Ronaldo, and Ronaldo is denied by an excellent bit of defending by Mansour Camara, the young defender.
Yeah, Camara does well. He knows Cristiano's not going to get there, and he defends ever so well. I think the best thing to do is go on the line. Felix left it to Ronaldo. Ronaldo done everything right, but he's unlucky. Good defending.
And there was a glance as well from Cristiano Ronaldo after he got that shot away, as if to hope the reprieve was going to be the offside flag.
Yeah, he was looking and thinking, am I offside? And I don't think he was offside. It was the João Felix run, I think. He thought he might be offside from here. Where he sees it's a great ball, and he's onside, João Felix. He times it ever so well. He does everything right, and he thinks he's getting a shot. Ronaldo comes in, does what Ronaldo does, and it's good defending from Camara. Reads the flight of the ball and where it's going to go, and really good defending.
He's got a really interesting story, Mansour Camara. He's only 19 years old. He's from Guinea. Joined the club a few weeks ago on trial in the hope that Kholood might be able to get him into the squad or maybe the youth team, and all of a sudden here he is facing Cristiano Ronaldo tonight.
It's the stuff of dreams, to be fair. If you're saying he went there on trial and then literally a few weeks later you're playing against one of the best that's ever done it, it's a thing of dreams, and any youngster should never give up of hope, because that's a great story.
Well, that's a great ball by Simakan. Alganam wants the corner, but it was a half-hearted appeal. The goal kick is the decision. I don't really know why he even attempted to ask for a corner.
Yeah, it's because he knew he had a touch and he played it off himself. Trying to convince everyone.
I think the assistant referee might have been looking the opposite way and he still had got that decision bang on. Here's Solan, forward by Enderam for Al Kholood, but at the moment they are struggling to make anything stick, the home team. That's Buckley. Now Behebri. A little too high for Alaliwa. Wouldn't have mattered anyway, because the offside flag is now up against him.
You don't need to be offside. He's looking across the line. I said I want Nassr play a high line. He just has to bide his time. Alaliwa, he doesn't need to make that run so early.
Significant night for him, actually, because he started his career with Al Nassr. 14 times for them in total. So we're inside King Abdullah Sports City tonight in Buraydah. This is the stadium that Al Kholood use when the big boys are in town, in inverted commas, so the likes of Al Nassr and Al Hilal and Al Ahly and Al Ittihad. This is where they will play their matches to ensure that they can get as many people in here as possible.
Yeah, because you know Al Nassr will bring a lot of away fans, and even the home fans will want to see Cristiano Ronaldo, one of the best ever to do it, to play the game.
Al Nassr with the throw, a powerful one towards Ali Al Hassan. To Simakan. Alganam. Intended target was Joao Felix. It was well read by John Buckley in that Al Kholood midfield. Martinez was hoping, I think, that Al Nassr was a bit more alive to that. He wasn't. That's Alaliwa. Let's see what he was trying to do, introduce Behebri into play. 960 goals for Cristiano Ronaldo, so it suddenly feels like he is beginning to get within touching distance of that magical 1,000.
Oh yeah, he won't retire until he gets to 1,000 goals. That would be a great achievement. Even to get 960, it's outrageous goal scoring, ridiculous.
Yeah, but you got 9.5 something, didn't you?
I wish I did get 9.5 something. I'd be jumping for joy and telling everyone every day about that. No way. You got to take off at least another 700 before you can get to my tally.
That's still a tremendous tally.
Yeah,
Let's
make
no mistake about that. Clinton Morrison, former Premier League striker, former Republic of Ireland international, with us for commentary tonight. This is Simakan. Joao Felix, that's a delightful touch by him. It wasn't the easiest to bring down. Alganam, Ronaldo. Well, he was there and he didn't make contact with it.
Yeah, we need to see a replay of that. I think it's a great opportunity from one of the best headers there is in world football. I think that's a great opportunity for Cristiano Ronaldo.
So carried the body language as someone who was a little bemused as to why he didn't make contact with that.
Yeah, I'm bemused why he didn't make contact, because usually you're thinking you're waiting for the net to ripple. It's a great ball in from Alganam, unbelievable ball. The touch from Joao Felix is outstanding. It looks like he just completely misjudges it, and he does. It's a free header. He gets it horribly wrong, Cristiano Ronaldo. He knows that should be 1-0 to Al Nassr, and he knows that.
Well, that is a rare sight indeed, isn't it? Because, as you mentioned, that is very much Ronaldo territory. Here he is, Ronaldo, teeing it up for Mane. Koeman in the middle, Felix and Ronaldo coming into. Mane was hoping to find one of them, then hoping for a handball. Neither of those two things have happened for the Senegalese.
Yeah, he's got to be better there, Sadio Mane. Maybe, can he not play it in first time? It was good play. And then I'm thinking, can he shift it? But it's good defending in the end and gets the throw on. But yeah, he'd be disappointed there, Sadio Mane.
6 goals, 6 assists in all competitions for Al Nassr this season. One of the goal scorers actually in the reverse match between these two, which finished 2-0 to Al Nassr. It was M&M that day, Mane and Martinez. Well, they're going to need Al Aliwa to do as much defensive duties as he will want to do going forward. Well, that's a powerful effort. It had Kozani moving for sure. Smoothly brought away by Kamara.
Yeah, I think it's a good shot. I think it's El Hassan with the shot. I think it's a fantastic shot. I was thinking, no, move the ball on, but it's a good shot. And it's a comfortable save, but it's a strong parry and a good hand.
I mean, the only thing you'd say from a Kozani perspective is that he probably didn't expect Al Hassan to be the one doing that.
No, he didn't, because he's the holding midfielder. But because they've got so much...
Oh, Martinez, that's not great. And suddenly he's put his team in trouble. Here is Al Aliwa. Cannot find a way to truly test Bento.
Yeah, and that is what I see with Al Nassr. Like, sometimes when the game's too comfortable, they get comfortable and make mistakes. And Al Aliwa, can he pick it out? Can he pick the right pass out to Enrique on the right-hand side, who's been in good form? Sorry, it was Kingsley Coleman with the shot there. So I was thinking, I did him a disservice, sorry, because I said El Hassan, he'll be happy that I said him, but it was actually Kingsley Coleman.
And with that in mind, I think Kozani probably would have expected it.
Yeah, he would have, definitely.
Coleman to be taking range. Well, he's back in the Al Nassr team as well now, Bento, as he has been for the last 3 games prior to today. Found himself out of the team after the game against Al Ittihad back in September. So many questions about whether he was going to stay at the club or leave this January.
Yeah, there was a lot of clubs interested, and when he did come back into the team, I did his first game, he was very, very nervous. Made a big mistake and conceded a goal, and he was nervous. And yeah, it's hard when you've been such a good goalkeeper, and then the manager makes changes and brings in another goalie in, and then that other goalie makes mistakes and gets sent off, and then now you're back in there. So usually you're meant to have a settled back line, and they haven't with their goalkeepers. But Bento's a good goalkeeper, everyone knows that.
Al-Akidi, of course, was the goalkeeper who got that red card that you're alluding to, Clinton, in the capital derby, and now can't get his way back into the team.
Can't. Well, that's what happens, Al-Akidi. You make a mistake, you get sent off. There's good players waiting in the wings. So it's a lesson learned. Keep your discipline. Sometimes you can't help being sent off, but there's always good players waiting in the wings to take your place.
That's Ramzi Salam, by the way, the number 15 with RMZ on the back of his shirt. Martinez back to Bento. Oh, Bento put himself in a whole heap of bother there, the Al Nassr goalkeeper.
He's not comfortable. I've seen it many a time since when he's been playing. He's not comfortable. George Jesus is looking at him. He's not comfortable. He's nearly... So it was nearly a big mistake from Bento.
Well, you talked about him looking nervous. Well, there it is. Example number 1 of the night.
Yeah. When your goalkeeper's nervous, try to play forward as much as possible. Try and give him as fewest touches as you can.
Well, Kholood now might be sensing there's an opportunity. There is a deflection off Simic Khan, and Bento can't stop that spinning away for a corner. Well, they'll be trying their hand from all different ranges now.
And you know what it is, you're spot on. You know what it is, little mistakes like that give El Kholood so much confidence, because they're thinking, we'll keep testing it. And what happens, you end up showing the reserve goalkeeper. But it's a mistake. He's lucky, Bento, he does get away with it, big time. And he'll tell us it was all a plan. He had it easily taken care of, because I would have.
He may well say that, but I don't think anyone will believe him.
Exactly.
So Al Kholood corner, which Shakil Pinas is going to take. Suriname international. And Thuram is in there. It was just over his head, as it was Kamara's as well. Taken down by Alaliwa. Pinas and Duram. Enrique. This is Bahebri. And Duram slipping it in, almost slipping it in, but Simakan alert to the danger.
They're getting confident, Al Kholood, and that's El Nassr that's made them confident, and the more you get confident...
Another ball into the box, and that is a bit more decisive from Bento.
It's good goalkeeping then, nice and decisive. It's decisive from Bento. You can see there he's made a few early mistakes, and you're thinking, is he going to come out and claim? And that will give him confidence moving forward.
They had lost 3 in a row, Al Nassr, but it is now 3 wins in a row. Al Shabab, Damak, Al Town all beaten in the last couple of weeks. They have recovered well to that defeat in the capital derby 18 days ago.
Yeah, they have. They have recovered really well, you're right. Not been at their best, but they're winning, still winning football matches, which is good.
Ali was getting a bit busy now off that right side, and it's his pass that is helping them get forward here. Enrique's in the middle. Martinez got enough of a touch on it just to break up the initial momentum of that Al Kholood attack. This is Buckley. Solan, who is going to get onto the return ball from Buckley. And maybe took too long, invited Mane to get back and make the block.
Yeah, he did. That's the one thing Mane will do his job, but Salam took too long. He had half a yard on Sadio Mane there. Should have got the ball in earlier.
Here's Alaliwa. Enduram. A lofted ball in, and maybe another crucial Al Nassr boot. Was there a touch? Let's have a look. We'll see what the assistant referee's decision is here. No, there wasn't. It's going to be an Al Nassr throw.
Was there a touch? No, well, maybe, but yeah, the referee and the linesman don't think there was a touch. They get the correct decision.
But Des Buckingham knows. He knows, doesn't he, that this is a good period for his team.
Yeah, you might not get a lot of them in this match, but this is their period, Al Kholood, so he wants to capitalise on that.
Given away again by Al Nassr. Here is Pinas. Joao Felix, the one with options all of a sudden for Al Nassr. Angelo trying to see who his best available option is. It's Mane, who has drifted it too heavily towards the direction of Coman.
We highlighted him at the start, Sadio Mane, but he's been disappointing in his first 20 minutes. He's got his defender one-on-one. Go and take him on and be positive. It's very unusual that for Mane to not be so positive and take on his fullback. So, yeah, he's been disappointing in his first 20 minutes.
And I think they'll be a little disappointed that their team are yet to properly get moving here.
You're right, but that's how I've seen them over the last 3 or 4 games, and just kind of winning, but not winning spectacular, but still managing to win football games. And that's the sign of a good team when that's happening.
If you are just joining us, remember there is no Marcelo Brozovic for Al Nassr tonight. Both him and Al Khaibari are missing from the midfield selections for Jorge Jesus. It's nicely done by Kamara. And this is Alaliwa, who is shifting himself into the game. Enrique's now an option in the box. Bahebre's in there too. Back to Solan. Alaliwa. Can't find a way through, and then in his persistence to get the ball back, he's fouled Joao Felix.
Yeah, it's good tracking back from Joao Felix, helping his defence.
They are going to have to be a bit wary, though, aren't they, of their former player, Alaliwa here.
Yeah, because he's been lively on this right-hand side, causing a lot of problems. And you always want to do well against your old team. You always want to prove a point, and he's doing that at the moment.
This is Behebri. Is that a high boot by Martinez? It was, and a yellow card as well for the Spaniard. And not just that, a free kick in a great place for Kholood.
He's another one. He's not been at the races so far, Martinez, even with his distribution going forward, and nowhere near good enough from Nassr at the moment. Kholood are the better team and, you know, are causing problems. And this is in a dangerous position as well. He's complaining about that. It's a free kick. It's a high foot. I know he doesn't see him and he gets a bit of the ball, but he does catch him. Can't raise your foot. Referee makes the right decision.
So the former Barcelona defender potentially giving his team a bit of a headache here. He's just given one to a Ramiro Enrique with that high boot. First yellow card of the evening. At the moment, Enrique's the one that's got the ball in his hands, or has he actually? I'm sure Bento quite knows who is going to take this because there are so many players around that ball. Just trying to get some instructions to Simakan to be the one to organise the Al Nassr wall here, which consists of both the centre-halves and Cristiano Ronaldo right between them. Well, are they going to ask the questions here of Al Nassr's goalkeeper, Kholood? Big chance this for Des Buckingham's team. And a big old wait before this free kick's going to be taken as well.
Yeah, big old wait. It's a big old wall as well.
Still no clear direction as to who the set-piece taker is going to be here. I think they're still deciding between them, even up to this very moment. The free kick is a good one, but it is at a nice height for Bento.
Yeah, give him confidence though, and he read it ever so well, Bento.
And he's moving it on quickly as well to Al Nassr. Here's Angelo, who's been used in that more central position quite a few times by Jorge Jesus this season. And then lost by Coman, but Ali Al Hassan has it again. Down by Mane into the box for Al Nassr. Pulled back for Joao Felix, who sees several bodies plunging in his way to prevent his passage to goal, and it is just an Al Nassr corner.
Yeah, I think it's a great block, you know, in the end from John Buckley. I think it is. It's brilliant defending from Buckley. He does ever so well, because Felix's turn is outstanding, but Buckley defends ever so well. Great block.
But an opportunity for the aerial threats in yellow to make their way forward here. Al Nassr's first corner of the game. Simakan is trying to be a nuisance to Kazani, the goalkeeper. A breezy night in Bereda. And Angelo decides that, well, he decides he's going to go short with the corner, but the assistant referee isn't happy about something.
If it's not in the circle bit, tell him before he takes the kick. I don't understand it.
I don't think it was anything that was going on inside the box.
Nah, it was the linesman that put his flag up.
Well, that definitely is in the quadrant now.
The linesman's in there as well.
Just to make sure. Back to Angelo. Angelo's delivery. And Joao Felix and Ronaldo and Simakan and between them. They can't force it in, and the flag is up anyway.
Yeah, I think Ronaldo maybe had been offside. It's a great leap from João Felix, to be fair. He's not the biggest of players, but he had some airtime here. He gets up ever so well, but I think Ronaldo, yeah, he's in an offside position, interfering with Cassano in line of him. So, yeah, it's the right decision.
He's had one off the line tonight already, Cristiano Ronaldo. Simakan having to use his pace there and then his power. He would have the free kick if it wasn't for the fact Al-Nassr have kept the ball. He's turned into trouble, and I think now the referee is going to stop because Simakan does have a bit of a problem here. In fact, there's him and his opponent are down.
It was a heavy collision. You could hear the cries from there, so both players, yeah, look like it's a sore one.
Possible problem for Al-Aliwa as well.
Yeah, I think Sadio Mane run into him, he'll be fine. Yeah, that's just collision. It looks like maybe knee or knee 5-on-5, but yeah, it's a sore one.
Still very sore, it seems, for Simakan because he is not yet on his feet. Behebri is. Well, what will he have made of the first 29 minutes of this game, Des Buckingham?
He'll be happy with his team, really happy. For me, they've been the better team. They've looked the biggest threat going forward, and people might feel like that sounds strange, but no, they're the team I think have been on the front foot causing problems. Al-Nassr have had their spells as well, but you expect that for where Al-Nassr and what they're challenging for. But he'll be happy with that. That is, after 28 minutes, they defended well, and they've been a threat going forward as well.
There's one other game taking place at the same time as this one tonight in the Saudi Pro League. Neom SC leading Damak by a 1-0 in Tabuk. Zizi has got the goal for the hosts. Was that earlier free kick from Al-Aliwa. And if you missed it, Al Town 1-0 winners against Al Okdood in a game that happened a little earlier this afternoon. Al Qatani with the winning goal just before the hour in that one. Back on his feet, not looking 100% comfortable, Mohamed Simakan, but certainly comfortable enough to be able to go on here.
Yeah, you don't want to lose him. I think he's so key for them defending-wise. I think when he's not in the team, they don't win a lot of the matches, but when he is in there, he's really good and he's solid as well.
Clean sheet for him and those around him in that win over Al Town on Monday. Al Ghanam blocked by Pinas. Back with Al Ghanam again. Now Koman. Angelo for Al-Nassr. This is Saad Al-Nassr, the left-back. He's had a few injury issues this season with an ankle ligament problem. Here's Al-Nassr's ball into the box, and João Felix's touch, unfortunately, lets him down.
Yeah, it's probably the only bad touch he's had so far. He's been nice and lively, bright in and around the box, and usually he's got a superb first touch, but they let him down just then.
Says a lot, actually, about the way that João Felix's season started. I mentioned the fact he hasn't scored in 6 games, but he's still got 13 Saudi Pro League goals this season.
Yeah, that's how good he was at the start of the season. I thought he was outstanding. I thought what a tremendous signing it was, and for the money that Al-Nassr paid, it still will be a good signing. He's still in and amongst the top goal scorers. That's how well he started.
It feels like he's been around for such a long time, but he is only 26, João Felix.
Still at a good age, and you know what, he's playing with Cristiano Ronaldo in the national team, mate. He's only going to learn and be a better player.
Talking of ages, Cristiano Ronaldo's birthday next week. Turns 41.
Wow. Still going at 41, still in great shape, still scoring goals, still playing international football. Testament to himself.
Simakan stepping across, just trying to keep his feet, and the sound of the referee's whistle will help that situation for him. He's going to be busy though, isn't he, Behebri, trying to cause issues to those Al Nassr defence. He's got a lot of experience in the top flight in the Saudi Pro League.
Yeah, he has. That's why he's the captain. He leads by example, and yeah, he'll be causing Al Nassr a lot of problems. Al Nassr just need that first goal to settle them down. They do. I'm not saying they're nervous because they've got superstar players, but you just feel they're not clicking at the moment.
Former Al Hilal player Hatem Behebri, so he would love a goal against Al Nassr this evening.
I think all his ex-teammates would love him to get a goal this evening as well.
I'm sure they would. And the closest we've come to one tonight, at least from an Al Nassr perspective, that opportunity for Cristiano Ronaldo that was cleared off the line by Kamara. Not happening for Kingsley Coman at the moment either. No,
frustrating. Good first touch, and then, you know, tries to take on the fullback and overhits it and runs it out of play. But he done all this brilliantly. It was this when that heavy touch goes out of play. Disappointing.
Good win by Behebri. Pinas forward, looking for Enrique, stopped by Simakan. And the nice feet of Angelo. Now has Enduram alongside him. Gives it to Coman. Hassan, Ronaldo. Just bucking him out on the edge of his technical area, making sure his defence are as tight as possible. Sadio Mane delivers. Joao Felix had Kazani scrambling.
Yeah, that's better from Sadio Mane. That's what you want to see, being positive. It's a great ball into the box. Brilliant play from Mane. Difficult header from Joao Felix going away from goal, but he's unlucky. He tries to direct it into that far corner. Really unlucky. Got good, better play from Al Nassr there. Kind of hits his shoulder as well, so I don't think he gets the full contact.
They are 10 minutes away, Al Kholood, from heading into the break at 0-0 against Al Nassr. And this is an Al Kholood team who have only got one Saudi Pro League clean sheet this season.
Yeah, I know. So fair play to them. Defensively, they've been good. They've had to make last-ditch tackles and blocks, and they've done it outstandingly so far.
And that's the key, isn't it? So far as Mane takes his eye off the ball. Was put into a good area there by Saad Al Nassr as well.
Yeah, he's like... He does something good, then doesn't something not so good. Sadio Mane, he's been a bit hit and miss so far in his first half.
And I think that little nod, the knowing nod there from Sadio Mane, tells you what you need to know. He feels he should have done better. Ali Al Hassan on his 169th appearance for Al Nassr this evening. Sultan Al Ghanam to the feet of Angelo, pushed in the direction of Coman, and the Frenchman gets the free kick. It is just outside the box, but wasn't too far away from being on that white line.
No, he knew as soon as he came inside, he was looking for that contact. It's a needless tackle, but yeah, you can see there, 100% outside the box.
It's Mohamed Sawan, the offender. And Cristiano Ronaldo is lingering over that ball.
I don't know if George Jesus is telling someone to get into the box, because I don't know if he wants a delivery into the box here, but you know this is Ronaldo territory, but it's difficult. It's from a hard angle.
Kazani's organising the wall, the goalkeeper, in a way that suggests to me that he's preparing for Ronaldo to take aim.
No, I think that's what his boss was telling him, to get into the box. maybe he's got a better opportunity of, you know, getting his head on it.
And instead, it is going to be another Portuguese over the free kick instead in João Felix. Felix's delivery, Simakan's header. And Kazani called into action.
Yeah, good save from Kazani. It's a good ball in from João Felix. I think Ronaldo, it's a plan. He runs around the back and then he spins there and he just over his head. But it's a good header from Simakan, but a really good save from Kazani. Strong right hand as well.
Doesn't have a Saudi Pro League goal this season, Mohamed Simakan. He does have goals in the Champions League 2 and the King's Cup as well. And he's stayed up there to be a present, Simakan, for this Al Nassr corner. It's another short one for Al Nassr, which is back with João Felix, and then Enduram powers that away.
It's a powerful header. He's probably disappointed he's come out for a corner, but he's done his job. He's kept it out of the back of the net.
You can see it's a windy night in the city of Buraydah. Cristiano Ronaldo and Mohamed Simakan are head-to-head right there. They are exchanging quiet instructions to one another. They are very much the dangers to Al Kholood here, that pair. If only João Felix's delivery was better.
Spot on. God, missed the first man.
And now Sawan lifting the ball into some space. On by Alaliwo, wants it back from Behebri. Cut out by the very calm, the always calm Sultan Al Ghanam.
Yeah, good defending. I do like him as a fullback. Really positive, can defend and gets forward ever so well and gets good delivery.
Might be a foul by João Felix. I think it was the pull on Salan under the eye of the referee.
Yeah, good decision from the referee as well. It's definitely a pull there, look.
Less than 100 games away now, Jorge Jesus, from reaching 1,500 matches in management. He's into his 36th year as a coach.
Wow, ridiculous.
Oh, an error by Kazani. Ronaldo's got a big chance now. He's taking his time. João Felix was trying to pick the right spot, and then eventually the flag is up.
Yeah, I think from the initial press, I think Angelo does well, and when the ball goes to Ronaldo, you know, the linesmen, they have to wait now, the assistants, until the play, you know, stops. And I think it's the right decision. I think Ronaldo's offside from this bit here. Yeah, he's offside.
Well, that's both goalkeepers who have put their team in a spot of bother, albeit that wouldn't have mattered for Kazani, but not great for confidence. Behebri with Ali Hassan alongside him. Sawan's got it back to him. Behebri, Enrique was in there. Bento was very brave. He's taken a whack for his troubles.
Behebri does ever so well, but Bento does even better. He's really brave to come out there.
Here's Sawan again. Past Al Nassr, and not past Martinez, who lunges a leg at the ball. There's a bit of an issue for Norber Yomber, the centre-half. He's down, and he's not getting back up to his feet, so they are one light at the moment, Al Kholood, as Ronaldo springs forward. They want Al Nassr to put the ball out. All of the bench of Al Kholood are off their feet here.
They don't have to they don't have to kick it out. It's not a head injury.
They're not going to stop Coman. Oh, he is. Well, he's the one who eventually has alleviated a brewing situation there.
But they can all run to the referee. The referee's right. He doesn't have to stop it. It was a hamstring injury. He felt his hamstring go. I saw it, Jumbe. They don't have to kick the ball out. So I make them right not to kick it. It's not a head injury. So they're right to play on. And I think the referee makes the right decision as well.
So I'm pretty certain that Al Kholood are going to have to make a change here.
Yeah, he can't be running at full speed and then all of a sudden he feels his hamstring. Like here, you see it here. As soon as he goes and he opens up, he stops and he signals to the bench straight away that he needs to come off.
So that's a real blow for the Slovakian, if it is to be the end of his night.
But you never know, because the magic spray does work. And that's what we call it, magic spray. But I think you know, once you've done your hamstring, you know. I've never done it, even though...
Really? You never, in your whole career, never had a hamstring injury?
No, do you know why? And everyone would say I was slow, but I wasn't. I was really quick, but it was just clever. I used to stretch and do my stretches properly. Now, I was really fortunate. I was lucky. I was quite lucky that I'd never done my hamstring, but I do know it's a sore one. But yeah, brilliant goalkeeping there from Bento. I was going to say you have to run quick enough to do your hamstring, but I did run, I promise you.
I would certainly remember you running, don't you worry about that. Another nearly moment for Kholood. Well, there's that magic spray in full bloom. He's going to come back on, I think, Yombet. Maybe there genuinely are some recovery powers in that spray.
Maybe, but I think once you've done that hamstring, even if he tries to come back on, the next time he tries to sprint up full pelt, he might have aggravated it again and make it a lot worse. Not worth taking the risk.
There he is. He's back on the pitch. He still hasn't pulled his shorts down, so you know exactly which hamstring it was that was treated. Yeah. Norbert Yombet. Maybe they'll reassess him at half-time. I'm sure they will. And Nassr are going to have to reassess this situation. Still 0-0 against a team that are only a few points above the drop zone in the Saudi Pro League.
Yeah, he's coming off, Jumbe. I guarantee you he's coming off. You can always tell. I can tell. You cannot come back from a hamstring injury like that.
Well, he'll be hoping that half-time whistle comes soon. We've still got 90 seconds of the 45 left to play, and then, of course, we're going to have a few minutes of stoppage time as well. Buckley, that's a clever pass. This is Enrique, nobody up with him at the moment. Enrique waiting for support. The support perhaps wasn't as plentiful as he would have liked. And it doesn't come to anything in the end for Kholood, but it might here for Nassr. Mane moving forwards. That was Kamara diving at his feet. They are going to make a change. You can see Al-Dosari down there waiting to come on, so Yombet's done. He's holding his hamstring with every single shuffle across the defence.
Yeah, he's struggling. He was always struggling.
Back it goes to Angelo. This is the time to test Kholood for Nassr, really, with one stricken defender. Koeman can't keep hold of it. Hebri. Simakan caught by Behebri. Might do well to avoid a yellow card here.
Yeah, it's a late one.
Just taking his time, isn't he, the referee, to replay that in his mind. And indeed, he is going to the pocket. So a yellow card for the Kholood captain, Hatem Behebri. Six minutes of stoppage time at the end of the first half as Al-Dosari eventually gets himself onto the pitch here. So this is another familiar face to Nassr, because this man actually won a league title with them in 2019. Abdulrahman Al-Dosari. He's a natural defensive midfielder, and he's on for a despondent Yombet.
Yeah, he tried, but you always know if you've done your hamstring and you have to go down, it's gonna have to be some recovery to get back on that pitch. You know straight away. Especially when you're playing against attacking players that have got pace. You don't need that.
Well, they're hearing their numbers. Tonight, the Al Nassr supporters still bringing the noise, as they always do, bringing the energy. Their team are not bringing them a goal right now.
No. Obviously been a bit disappointing in the first half so far, but still got another 45 minutes to put it right. But you got to give Kholood, you know, all the respect. I think they've been outstanding. They've conceded a lot of goals this season, but I think they defended ever so well in their numbers.
Martinez, the La Liga Team of the Year last season with Barcelona. It was a great get for Al Nassr when they signed him last summer. Not able to hang on to the ball. Angelo tried to pick his way through Buckley. Mane can't cling to it. Kazani gives it the full treatment. Coman fired it back in Ronaldo's direction. He's given it to Joao Felix, back to Ronaldo, on for Alganam, who looked for Joao Felix, and instead it's come to Ronaldo. And once more, there were red shirts in the way.
That is unbelievable. I think that's Buckley again with an outrageous block. I have to watch the replay again, but it was a fantastic block. Good build-up play from Al Nassr.
Arguably their best move of the whole game, actually, Mane. Al Nassr. And that is a goal kick.
Yeah, it was brilliant. A good play between Ronaldo and Joao Felix. When they quicken it up, Al Nassr, they're a joy to watch, and that's when they're going to cause problems. But here it is. Yeah, it's a brilliant block from Buckley. Unbelievable block. He's had two of them, but that is even better because the power that Ronaldo generates, and you have to be brave. And who's brave? He's brave. Buckley. Brilliant block.
That's one for the kids and the grandkids, isn't it? I once blocked a goal-bound Cristiano Ronaldo shot.
Yeah, you will be telling everyone because, as I said, he's one of the best to do it.
Stopped him from getting to 9-6-1 and all of that.
Yep. I was there that night.
Angelo, very graceful indeed. Returned to him by Joao Felix. 4 options here for Angelo. Mane returning it to Angelo, and out it goes from Behebri.
Yeah, it's beautiful play from Angelo. Great feet, great little pirouette turn. Good play.
And Al Nassr have moved it quickly, and they've got it with Mane. Mane's delivery, and Duran won the initial header. Sultan Al-Ghanam hasn't kept that in. I think he did. No, it has gone over the line. It's a goal kick.
Last 3 or 4 minutes has probably been Al Nassr's best spell. That's when they've quickened it and caused a lot of problems. Angelo getting on it. Yeah, and the linesman gets it right. Ball just gone out of play.
So still 0-0. Al Kholood, the only team in the Saudi Pro League who have not drawn a single one of their games so far this season. But actually, that run goes back even further, and I could barely believe this when I was reading it this week. But it's been almost 15 months since Al Kholood's last league draw. 42 consecutive league matches without a draw, and that is an extraordinary statistic.
Yeah, it is. It's unbelievable. You think in some of those games you'd probably get a draw if you're not winning football matches. So they either win or they lose. There's no in between with them, and that needs to change. You need to be hard to beat. And when you're playing the top teams like that, Al Nassr, if you get, even though you're at home and if you get a point this evening, it's a fantastic result.
And actually, one of their very last draws before this long sequence without one was that 3-3 draw with Al Nassr back in October of 2024. Maybe a bit of pressure for Al Nassr just before half-time here with this free kick forward by Buckley. Sawan. It's off the head of Simikan. Ali Al-Hassan, that's a clever pass. Coman on the move, he's just going to have to be patient because Mane and Ronaldo are coming. But Coman's doing it alone, and then he's got it to Joao Felix, who cuts it back for Mane. But Al Nassr denied a beautiful goal by the offside flag.
The only person who could be offside there would be the Joao Felix, where Kingsley Coman plays in Joao Felix. Because I don't, unless Sadio Mane is ahead of the ball, but he shouldn't be ahead of the ball. Sadio Mane is shaking his head like, Maybe he is offside. Oh, it's a close one. I think, you know what? Huge credit to the linesman. I think he gets that spot on. I think he might be just a toe ahead of the defender, but it's well spotted. It's a close one, though. It is a close one. They'll be drawing the lines.
They will. But if they draw the lines, then it proves that the assistant referee has got that right.
It's a great decision.
You're bang on. It's a brilliant decision.
It is a brilliant decision. He might be just offside.
Cristiano Ronaldo is saying, have a look. Of course they will be having a look. Yes, it might be marginal, get the lines out, but let's see what side of the line this decision falls, shall we?
It's a close one, though. It is very, very close. And the longer it goes on, the more you think it could get overturned.
Not sure you necessarily trust the eye anymore. Well, I certainly don't anyway, but...
great call.
Yeah,
it's the right decision. I thought it was the right decision. I think it's like a toe ahead of the game, maybe. João Felix, instead of being a size 9, he probably should have been a size 4 and it would have been outside.
So that might just be enough for Kholood to get themselves through to half-time unscathed against one of the title challengers. Still we go on here. João Felix is surrounded and yet he's got himself out of that. Martinez. Sadio Mane now in an advanced position. Can Nassr make the breakthrough? Mane. Pinas away, back to Mane again. Last few seconds of the half, Coman. Felix. Strong Kholood. Defensive resilience.
Ref must be enjoying the game because I don't understand where he's getting this much of added on time.
Yeah, we are moving towards the 10th minute of added on time now.
Must have heard us.
He got the memo.
Yeah, he got the memo.
But in truth, it has been a really enjoyable half of football, even though the scoreline is Kholood 0, Nassr 0. We've had opportunities Capital Derby a couple of weeks ago.
Okay, yeah, there you go. So it was a big gap, and it's been cut down. So that's what I'm saying. No one's not going to run away with it this year. So there's a lot of good teams, and everyone's playing to their maximum.
So no change from either team at half-time. Here is Coman, and the interception is by Buckley, who made a couple of very important blocks. John Buckley, who had a long time actually in the second tier in England with Blackburn Rovers, and a short spell with Sheffield Wednesday as well. Ronaldo, who was the player who saw one very big block from Buckley in that first half. Now Mane, Angelo, back to Mane again. And Buckley always let it run under his boot. Joao Felix has hit the bar. Might have been a small deflection on that. Al Ghanam trying to send it back into an area of peril for Al Kholood. Huge let-off for the hosts in Bereda.
Yeah, big let-off to be fair, and I think it goes under Buckley's foot, and I think he deserves that bit of love for the 2 blocks he makes, but Al Nassr wouldn't want that. He's unfortunate, Joao Felix.
Here he is again. He's looking lively. Angelo, Felix, Ronaldo, 1-0 Al Nassr. Cristiano Ronaldo on the end of a flowing Al Nassr move, and a goal just 2 minutes into the second half.
Yeah, he's looking to see maybe he's offside, but I don't think he's offside. I think Joao Felix has probably been Al Nassr's best attacking player so far this evening, and Ronaldo's probably been the quietest, but that's why superstars come alive. In and around that 6-yard box where you can sniff out a goal. They'll be questioning it, wanting offside, but we'll have to wait and see for the replay. But I love the celebration as well. But it's good play here from Sadio Mane into Angelo. Nah, he's well onside. It's a brilliant goal. I think Joao Felix is brilliant because he can easily go for goal. I've seen many strikers in that situation go for goal. He says, I'm going to give it to my teammate for an easy goal. And Ronaldo's not missing from there, that's for sure.
Well, particularly off the back of Joao Felix hitting the crossbar just 30 seconds prior.
Yeah, he's been their best attacker, really lively, and I love it. He does the celebration with Ronaldo. Everyone's involved in it, and that celebration will never get old and will never get boring. Brilliant.
A bit of Portuguese potency.
Definitely.
Al Nassr have their breakthrough. Cristiano Ronaldo has his 17th Saudi Pro League goal of the season. And that is the cutting edge that Al Nassr were missing in the first half, but clearly have come out with renewed vigour.
But they needed to, and they know what they needed to do. So whatever Jesus said to them at half-time, it's worked. And you expected better from Al Nassr. It's going to be hard now for Al Kholood. They're going to have to try and go out and get this equaliser, and that's where there'll be gaps for Al Nassr.
So another day without a clean sheet for Al Kholood. It's the 33rd goal they have conceded this season in the Saudi Pro League. There's Buckingham's side. Do they recalibrate now? Here is Kamara for Pinas.
I think that's Ronaldo, 17, isn't it? So he's one behind Ivan Toney.
Yeah, Toney on 18. Quinones also on 17, by the way.
Yeah, he scored again last night.
Corner one by Ramiro Enrique.
You always think as a centre-forward, yeah, you want your team first and foremost to win, but you're always thinking about that top goal scorer. I don't care what anyone says. Being an ex-striker, you always want to be the top goal scorer come the end of the season. First and foremost, you want your team to win, but you also want that, that trophy at the end of the season.
You don't get 961 goals without a smidge of selfishness.
There you go. So you've answered it.
So is there to be a trigger for an Al Kholood comeback here from this Behebri delivery? And Duram jumped and Simakan jumped even higher. And suddenly Al Nassr are pouring forward. They've got 5 and Al Kholood have only got 3 back to try and stop it. Angelo for Mane. Mane for Felix, or not quite. They've got that wrong, Al Nassr.
Totally wrong. I think Sadio Mane's the one who's got it wrong. He's been a bit disappointing for me this evening. Set such high standards, slows it down. He's just got to move it to João Felix.
And now Buckley for Al Kholood to Behebri, the captain. Behebri across and away by Simakan, and Bento in the Al Nassr goal likes that from his centre-back. Credit to Al Kholood, they're not hanging around, they're thinking, right, we're going to go and attack this game a bit.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you need to come out. What have you got to lose now? At the end of the day, you're a goal down. Maybe not go, go for it too much and leave yourself exposed at the back. But no, I think they're playing the same way they did in that first half, and they've been a threat.
This is Ali Al-Hassam for João Felix. Still turned into a decent pass for Coman. Mane is making tracks into the penalty area. Coman sends it across and it smashes off Kamara. It's a corner.
It's a corner. It's a good ball in from Kingsley Coman. I don't know if Sadio Mane would have been offside. It got to him. I thought he was ahead of the play, but it was good defending in the end.
He's doing all right, isn't he, the 19-year-old?
Considering the journey he's been on, and as you said, he went in there on trial. It's one game he'll never forget for the rest of his life. And he is doing really well, you're right.
But they're going to have to do a lot right from here, Al Kholood, to get something from this game. This man has already provided one goal this evening. João Felix. Simakan for 2-0 Al Nassr. And just like that, they whip the game away from Al Kholood.
Yeah, that's it. That could be game over, to be fair. And it's a fantastic header from Simakan, but it's all about the ball in from João Felix. If you put the ball into the danger area, you have players that can attack it like Simakan. And you were saying it like he don't score enough goals in the Russian Saudi League. Well, he's just got one this evening. It's a fantastic header from a very good defender, but great ball into the box from Felix and a great header. We have liftoff.
And Al Nassr certainly do, and liftoff provided by the great big frame of Simakan, who, as you say, Clinton, has his first Saudi Pro League goal of this season. And Kazani, the goalkeeper, was almost in the back of the net with the ball. Such was the power from Simakan.
Yeah, it's difficult. He's made some big saves this evening, but he had no chance with that. It's a fantastic header. Kissing the badge, getting the fans on side. He knows what he's doing, Simakan. I love it. I'm here for it.
Did you know he used to be a striker as a kid? I mean, most defenders did used to be strikers as kids, didn't they? But
yeah, but what it is that you end up being a striker. You know you're not good enough and get pushed out to the back. But he's a good defender, really good defender. That's what happens. But I can say that because I was an ex-striker.
But you're ruining my story.
No, sorry, I didn't want to ruin it.
I was about to tell you that he actually was a decent striker, because at one season as an under-11, he scored 130 goals.
Oh, wow.
In a single season. So he's got a bit about him.
Oh, he definitely has got a bit about him. 130 goals. Wow, yeah, he's definitely got it. Well, you can see that with the header that he's done. Fantastic. Very good defender and a brilliant attacker of the ball as well. Great header.
And 2-0 Al Nassr leads, and that is how swiftly they can grab control of a situation. Oh, João Felix, that is silky.
Oh, it's beautiful. He's been outstanding, João Felix. He's got such quick feet. We're talking about him. He deserves a goal this evening, 2 assists. But look at this. That is beautiful. That is a joy to watch. You pay your money to watch players like that. Brilliant.
It's like he'd slipped a magnet into the boots.
I know, it's like the ball was glued to his feet. I wish I could do that.
Simakan with a goal now, trying to move it upfield for Coman. Kamara there to send it back to Kozani. So that's goals in the last 42 games consecutively now in all competitions for Al Nassr. Number 46 and 47 of their Saudi Pro League season, which is a brilliant return considering we're still at the end of January.
Yeah, and you can see Jesus is on He's on the touchline kicking every ball. Go and get a third, go and get a fourth. Could come down to goal difference come the end of the season.
Certainly, of all the seasons, it feels like this could be the sort of season where that happens. Did that ball cross the line? I think it did. Goal kick.
Yeah, there's Sadio Mane. Does his duty. That's why I say he's such a positive player. Does his defending. And that's why he's a joy for any manager and any team to have in their team.
Well, he's won the Saudi Pro League, he's won the King's Cup, he's got 2 Super Cups as well during that second stint with Al Hilal.
You can understand why Anssr wanted to get him in.
That Al Hilal team of 2023-24, one of the best sides the Saudi Pro League has ever seen.
Ridiculous. Mitrovic scoring goals for fun. They were outstanding.
I wonder if Mitrovic got 130 as an under-11.
Probably 200.
Here's Ronaldo on 9-6-1. Felix leaves it. Mane takes up the charge and maybe lacking a bit of power at the end of it.
It's brilliant football. It's brilliant from Cristiano Ronaldo. You can always know when he does a bit of skill of João Felix because the crowd go mad. And it was brilliant from Ronaldo. Good little dummy from João Felix, and Mane just couldn't get the finish. And this will be a blow for Kholood if Buckley has to go off, because I think he's had a good game for them in that midfield. Yeah. Hopefully it'll be all right.
I was just going to make the point, they lost Yombe, didn't they, just before half-time as well. They're very experienced centre-half to injury.
Look at this. It's beautiful. Little cheeky nutmeg. Can he pick the right pass? Brilliant from João Felix. He just couldn't take it in his stride, Sadio Mane, just behind him. But this, yeah, that's a joy to watch from Cristiano Ronaldo. 41, playing like an 18-year-old.
Actually, I noted that a few weeks ago he'd gone past his goals total from his time with Juventus, so he's now got more goals with Nassr than he did when he was playing in Serie A with Juve.
Wow. Yeah, he scores everywhere he goes. His record's phenomenal, and that's testament to himself. At 41, the condition he's in, the shape he's in, he's brilliant.
34 Nassr goals to go, and then he matches his total from his time with Manchester United.
Oh, yeah. And you wouldn't rule that out either.
Absolutely not. Ganam charging forward from right back. He does that so well. João Felix showed too much of it to Kamara.
Good defending from Kamara. It's probably the first bad touch we've seen from João Felix all evening. Ganam enjoying himself on that right-hand side as well.
Sarwan, I don't really think Enduran wanted the ball there. He was still making his way out, really, from that central defensive position that he now finds himself in because of that injury to Yombe in the first half. Here's Ramiro Enrique, who's beginning to look like an isolated figure in that Kholood forward line and can't direct his shot on Bento's goal. 10 Saudi Pro League goals this season, 13 since his move in September from Orlando City in Major League Soccer.
Well, 10 goals, I'm not being disrespectful, but Kholood scoring 10 goals for a team that are near the bottom is fantastic. So full credit to him. There'll be a lot of, you know, so-called bigger teams looking at him because he is a threat.
And he scored 25 in the Saudi Pro League, so he's comfortably got more than a third of them.
Yeah, definitely. And he's a threat. You can see he's got pace and it can cause problems as well.
His dad was a World Cup winner, did you know that? Hector Enrique with Argentina in '86.
Oh, wow. That's good pedigree then. No pressure, but he's got to do it now as well.
Of all the acts to follow, I'd say being a World Cup winner is probably the hardest of the lot.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's move this from Nassr. Angelo wants the return ball. Angelo's got it. Angelo for Coman. Felix, oh my word. He is trying everything from the playbook tonight, Joao Felix.
Yeah, it's brilliant play from Angelo down that left-hand side. And Felix, he could hit that normally. You know what that's called? A cheeky Rabona. He tries the Rabona. And you know what? The form he's in, it wouldn't have surprised you if that had gone into top corner. It's fantastic. It's a really good save. But look at that. Pure class, that. That's someone who's on top of his game to try that. But maybe not try it at 0-0. But you can try that at 2-0.
It's a 2-0 move, isn't it?
Of course it is, definitely.
Especially with Jorge Jesus as your coach.
Yeah, he'd be saying, no showboating yet, but they can showboat. They're 2-0 up at the moment.
Having a very productive second half, Nassr. They've already scored from one corner as well through Simakan. It's about the only one that's gone directly into the box. Most of them, this is what Nassr have done, something short. On by Felix, Martinez in there. And now maybe the opportunity for Kholood to break with Enrique. And the ball has too much on it for Behebri, and that feels like a waste for Kholood.
That was a good chance. Behebri makes a good run, Enrique makes a good run, and the final pass is disappointing.
Got a King's Cup semi-final on the horizon, have Kholood. They're going to be playing Al Ittihad in March. Of course, Nassr, that is a competition they are no longer in. First time ever, I think, Kholood have been in a semi-final of the King's Cup.
Credit to them.
There was no contact by Ronaldo on Kamara, so he maybe has injured himself just in the process of cutting out the pass to him.
Yeah. Slightest of contacts, but not enough for a free kick.
And there he is again, Mohamed Simakan, same corner taker as well, Joao Felix. He's just going to be asked to hang fire for the moment. The Portuguese. And there are the two goal scorers side by side as Nassr go on the hunt for more. Joao Felix's corner not as frankly not as good as the one that led to Simakan's goal.
No, nowhere near as good.
Coman shifting and spending and not quite getting it to sit down.
Yeah, he's unlucky, to be fair, Kingsley Coman. Trying to set it out, good little step over, and he tries to bend it with that left foot into the far corner.
It's difficult for Kholood, but they don't seem to have the same rhythm that they attacked with in that first 45 minutes.
No, they don't. You're right. The rhythm's not really there, and yeah, it's been a bit, disappointing for them in this second half. But I think once you concede one, it's always difficult against a top team like Nassr.
Especially defensively when you've lost your best centre-half, as they have done this month, because William Troost-Ekong has gone from Kholood. There's Buckingham saying in the aftermath of his departure that he's the best captain that he's ever worked with. He's gone off to the Qatari Stars League, the Nigerian. Buckingham saying it wasn't just the fact they've got to try and replace a great player, they've got to try and replace a great person.
And a leader in that group as well. And when you've got a lot of youngsters, an international, I know he's not a Nigerian international anymore, but he's got loads of caps under his belt. He's probably brilliant in and around the change room, helping these young players. So, yeah, it's hard to lose a player like that and replace someone like that.
They're trying to go in a different direction now, though, Kholood, in terms of what they want the club to be. They want to try and develop young players. They want to put the club at the heart of the community as well.
Yeah, and that's a good way, but you still, I think, need your experience and players as well.
Well, with the luxury of a 2-0 lead, the Al Nassr change is forthcoming beyond the hour. Sadio Mane is the first to depart. Saad Al Nassr's going to make way too here for Nawaf Bouchal. So Bouchal and Abdelrahman Garib.
Yeah, he probably needs a bit of a break, Sadio Mane. A lot of travelling, a lot of games playing for his country. So when you're winning a football match, you can give him a rest like that.
He's absolutely flushed with left-back George Jesus, so he needs to find a way to get pitch time into some of the legs. And John Buckley's evening is over as well. I just wonder whether that was the injury that caused him to have a bit of treatment.
Yeah, you could see him going down earlier on, and yeah, it looked a sore one for Buckley. It's not worth taking a risk. You've got bigger games on the horizon.
So Sultan Al Shahiri's on for him. And here is Garib, who's having gone months without a goal, has got 2 in the last week or so, having scored against both Damak and Al Shabab. Say gone months without a goal. He didn't score at all last season, Abdelrahman Garib.
Yeah, he didn't get as much minutes, I think, as you would have liked. And I've always liked him. I thought he's an exciting young player. But yeah, these are the opportunities when you come off the bench. You have to make an impact.
Trouble is so difficult to displace 3 players behind Ronaldo when the names are Mane, Felix and Koeman.
Yeah, it's difficult. You just got, as I say, when you get the opportunities, keep knocking on the door, having an assist, getting a goal, and just keep reminding the manager you're there or thereabouts.
That's why we're not seeing much pitch time for Wesley either, one of Al Nassr's other attacking players, the young 20-year-old. Mohamed Simakan, I mean, you might have heard the screams of Mohamed Simakan. Something happened off the ball there that has clearly hurt him. Looks like it might be a chest issue.
Yeah, I don't know until we see what's happened to him. But yeah, it was a lot of, yeah, you did hear it. I don't know what's happened there. I don't know if there's any contact.
Well, he's saying he was elbowed, Simakan, but haven't had any sort of conclusive footage of that yet.
Not enough for me, in it. Not until we see what's happened. Oh, this is the goal. This is João Felix to Ronaldo. Really good finish. Good play from João Felix, I say. Easy finish from Ronaldo.
And every goal, every single goal means everything to him. And a player who is not on the score sheet anywhere near as frequently. Mohamed Simakan with the second.
Yeah, that was a fantastic header. Great ball in, but such a brave header. Oh, they are checking a red card. So there must have been a bit of contact on him, Simakan.
So he probably very shortly, Abdullah Al-Awaidan, is going to go to the screen, and that is exactly his direction of travel now.
Yeah, we didn't see anything because we haven't looked at anything, but obviously VAR have seen something to make Simakan go down like that. So, and you know what happens when usually the referee goes to the monitor.
Especially when it's an off-the-ball incident like this one.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you make of that?
It is the littlest elbow in the world. It's a the tiniest elbow in the world. That is so tiny. I wouldn't want my big centre-half going down like that from the tiniest of elbow, but it is the letter of you can't. It's not like he's raised it. He's like, just get off. It's only a little
nudge,
bit,
isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of a nudge. I don't think he swung the elbow. It's a little nudge. That's my opinion. It's a little elbow. So if he's very, very harsh to send him off for that.
Well, he's had a look at the footage, the referee, Holloway Dan. So let's see what he's going to do.
He might think it's the second yellow card. He's been booked, hasn't he?
He has. Red card's out of the pocket, and it's a straight red card as well for Hatem Behebri. So the Kholood captain is dismissed. 2-0 down, and now down to 10 men as well. And the former Al Hilal player trudges off with some sympathy from his teammates. Well, he had already been yellow carded, Clinton, as you mentioned, but that is a straight red card for Behebri.
Yeah, it's a difficult one, to be fair, because obviously I can understand the letter of the law, but in my opinion, I don't think there's nothing hardly in it. It's a faintness of elbows. So for me, if it's a case of, if obviously he's been booked and you give him a second yellow card, I totally understand, but I don't think it's a red card. But that's my opinion. And yeah, so it's a difficult one. But VAR have sent the referee over, so VAR probably think there's more intent than that.
VAR tonight is Abdullah Al-Shahiri. Well, what felt like a hill is now a mountain for Kholood.
Oh yeah, it's a big mountain. It was always going to be difficult with 11 v 11 anyway, because I felt Nassr in the second half have been outstanding. What they want to do now, Kholood, is not concede too many goals, because come the end of the season, that could be a big difference for them if they're near the bottom of the table.
Neom still leading Damak by 2-0 by the way, in the other game that got underway at the same time as this one tonight, which at the very least is some good news for Kholood, considering Damak are one of the 4 teams that are below them in the table.
Yeah, it's all close at the bottom, isn't it? A lot of teams are in trouble at the moment, and they're all fighting to stay in the league.
Kholood only 4 points above the bottom 3. Ended up having a brilliant first season in the Saudi Pro League last season, finishing 9th, and they would have hoped to have been able to build on that.
Yeah, they would have. It's always, I always feel it's so difficult in that second season anyway. So the first season's always, you're on the front foot and you're excited and buzzing for the new season, and it's difficult in the second season. But yeah, I think their main objective now is where they're going down playing the young players is to try and just stay in the league and be competitive.
Owned now by the Harburg group, Kholood, as of this summer. Reliably told that Ben Harburg, the man who fronts that, the American investor, he is here tonight. And he wants to make Kholood another powerhouse in this Saudi Pro League.
Why not? Why not? Why not? It's growing all the time, and there's a lot of good players going over to this Saudi league, so why not try and make your team and improve your team and be competing?
They've got 10 and they're going to be defending almost exclusively, I think, for these final 15 minutes, Kholood.
Yeah, they're going to be. Keep the scoreline down. The game's over, but yeah, try and keep the scoreline down to only 2.
Martinez. Cleared by Kamara. Back to Martinez again. Angelo, that's a nice little exchange with Garib, who's mound away through, but not at the end of it all with enough thrust to cause an issue to Kozani.
Yeah, he just can't get that finish away. Tries a little toe poke, Garib, but he's unfortunate.
And Nassr win it back again. And look at the bodies swarming forward here. Angelo's giving it to Al Ghanam, who gives it to Ronaldo, who moves it delicately to Coman, and he wanted to get it back to Ronaldo for one final flourish.
Yeah, I think, and they're always in that position there. I think they're always looking for Cristiano Ronaldo in that position there, Kingsley Coman, just put your foot through it. It's good play from Ronaldo. Really good play from Ronaldo. But yeah, just try and drill it into that far corner.
Adam Berry, who joined the club in the last couple of days as a youngster from Nottingham Forest, is about to get his debut, I think, for Al Kholood.
Fair play, good opportunity for him.
Absolutely. Short from Angelo. Returned by Alganam. Here's the Frenchman Coman. Trying to jink his way through. He's got it to Alganam, who wanted to move it towards Simakan, who's now on the hunt with persistence to get that ball back again. His legs are so long, Mohamed Simakan. They're almost as long as the great big pylons that have got the floodlights above them in this stadium. So here we go then, a first appearance in an Al Kholood shirt for Adam Berry, who was a youngster with Manchester United until he was 18, and then he left to join Nottingham Forest, but he is a permanent signing for Al Kholood this week. Plays in the number 10 role primarily, so off comes Enrique and also Mohamed Sarwan. And that is Majed Khalifa, the young striker. Only his 21st appearance of the club tonight.
Ronaldo's coming off, mate. Ronaldo is coming off, and I think it's Yaya's coming on. Ayman Yaya.
Cristiano Ronaldo maybe just getting a little rest. He won't want this, but a little rest for the legs ahead of another game for Al Nassr on Monday against Al Riyadh. And indeed, an opportunity for Ayman Yaya from the bench. Having to sort his feet out, and ultimately he couldn't sort his feet out. He's the one who's given it away. Coman with the explosive pace and a good save, low down by Kozani. Decent reactions from the Al Kholood keeper.
Yeah, good save from Kozani. He's done well. He's made some big saves for them this evening. Good. It was that extra burst of pace, you're right, from Kingsley Coman, and it's a good strike, but a very good save.
But they're going to keep coming at Al Kholood here. Al Nassr has dropped to Coman again, who maybe just in his vision was aware there were red shirts all around him, most notably that of Al Dassani. Free kick for the foul on Yaya, though, by that man.
Yeah, it's a late one. He's arguing with the linesman, but it's the right decision. But this is the play again. Good play from Kingsley Coman. Positive, getting his shot away. Good save, good strong hand.
He's got 4 Saudi Pro League goals this season, Kingsley Coman. The one he got recently against Al Shabab, that was a fortnight ago. That was his first in 3 months. That's a free kick. Felix with it. Simakan was almost on the end of it again, but there was a foul with the chaos that was going on in front of him. That's on Ramzi Salan. It's Coman with the push.
Yeah, it wasn't subtle, was it?
You know, you were talking about that goal difference for Al Nassr and how important it might be. 2 goals for them tonight. So their goal difference is bang on identical with the leaders at Al Hilal. Both have scored 47 goals, both have conceded 18, so each have a goal difference of 29.
It's crazy. Imagine you couldn't split them for the whole season. That would be some story, wouldn't it? And they finish on the same amount of points.
Both of those 2 teams in action on Monday.
I was going to say to you, Al Hilal's next game is against Al Akli. That is one hell of a game, by the way. That is a fantastic game.
Yeah, that's on Monday, 8:30 local time in Riyadh. And prior to that, we will already know how Al Nassr have got on because they are playing earlier in the day, also in Riyadh, but at Al Riyadh.
I always think it's an advantage playing first. You put pressure on the next team playing after you. So if Al Nassr can get the result, puts pressure on Al Hilal and Al Akli, who are both up there as well.
Yeah, a win for Al Akli against Al Hilal, and they will be level on points with Al Hilal as Martinez bends it forward to Joao Felix. Indecision allows it to come the way of Garib. For now, at least, has been marshalled away from the immediate danger. Returned to him by Bouchal with Angelo. Bouchal again. Garib, Joao Felix, Kingsley Coman, Yaya, Felix. Was trying to walk it in, Al Nassr. Coman again, that was very close to being a foul on him.
That looked like a penalty to me. That will be checking it.
Well, they're looking tired, aren't they, now, Al Kholood? The block from Garib's effort.
Yeah, it did look like a penalty. It did look like there was a bit of contact on Kingsley Coman. And he's going to find it difficult, Al Kholood. You can see there. I don't know. I think that stays as what the referee's decision. It's a hard one. I don't know. It's a difficult one, that one.
Well, there's already one decision that's gone to VAR tonight that has resulted in an Al Kholood red card, that of Hatem Behebri, and they are looking at this.
They are, but it makes me laugh. Joao Felix already got the ball like the penalty's been given.
Well, he hasn't got his main competitor for a potential penalty on the pitch, has he?
Now they would be like, if this is a penalty, can I come back on the pitch?
So that footage being reviewed right now for that possible foul on Kingsley Coman. The referee is trying to hear the instruction in the ear. He's got players talking to him, and he's been told he needs to go back over to that screen.
Yeah, so it will be a penalty then if he's going to go over to the screen, and usually VAR do not get it wrong.
Well, this is a well-trodden path tonight, isn't it, for Abdullah Al-Owaidem?
It is. I did think when I saw it straight away that there was contact. Yeah, you can see the contact there. You can't kick through the back of Kingsley Coman there. Yeah, the first contact is caught him. You can see that angle is a better angle from where we were showing at the front. It's a penalty. Kick through the back of him.
And at the time, it felt like a penalty. Well, at the very least, it felt like a foul on Coman.
Yeah,
whether it was in the box
inside
or
outside, but that's sure that he's on the line or he's just inside the box in the first contact. And there you go, they're just checking now. And I feel like he's just on the line. On the lines inside and is a penalty anyway. I think it's a penalty. He's just looking if it's inside or on the line. For me, every angle is difficult, isn't it, though? Because that angle looks like he's inside the box. The other angle looks like he's on the line. It's a penalty.
And I think that is about to be the decision that is indicated to everybody here. Al Nassr spot kick. The foul by Salan eventually penalised. And the smiles are all on the Al Nassr faces.
Yeah. I wonder if Sadio's laughing because Ronaldo's probably saying, well, I should still be on the pitch. I could have been level with Ivan Toney now. It's Kingsley Coman. I thought Joao Felix wanted it.
Unless it's all a bit of a ruse, but I don't think it is. So Joao Felix, who hasn't scored in his last 6, has been ordered away, perhaps by Kingsley Coman, who won the penalty. And this to emphatically seal the deal for Al Nassr tonight. Kingsley Coman strokes Al Nassr right back into the title race.
Yeah, he does. He goes straight to Joao Felix as well. So maybe Joao Felix has gave Kingsley Coman the penalty. But yeah, it's a good penalty. It's a confident penalty right into that bottom corner.
And a lot of those Al Nassr players want to go and give congratulations to Kingsley Coman. And certainly the congratulations are coming the way of Al Nassr because they have got 3 points inbound now.
Yeah, they have. In the second half, they've been a lot better. They've been helped, obviously, by the red card, but I thought they were better before that red card. But you can see here, can't kick through the back of players, so it's a silly tackle from Salim. And the VAR and the referee get it spot on. It's a penalty.
So they are heading for another away win, Al Nassr. They got so many early on in this Saudi Pro League season. One at Al Town, Al Ittihad, Al Hazam, at Neom SC, and then they went 2.5 months without one until that win at Damak last week. In terms of wins on the road, that would have been mine. I think was if I was a lip reader, that's what I would have gone for.
Definitely.
Now for Al Nassr, it will just to be about ensuring they get a second clean sheet within a few days as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think, as I said, it might come down to goal difference, and that's them now. That's got probably the best goal difference in the league. So yeah, they want to keep more clean sheets and add more goals.
You can vote for your man of the match, by the way. There's that QR code if you want to scan that with your smartphone. You can make your selection for your top player this evening. Obviously, I'm going to ask you for the expert opinion.
Yeah, well, for me, personally, I know he hasn't been on the score sheet, but I'd go for Joao Felix. I think he's been outstanding. He's lit up the game in crucial moments when they've needed it. So, yeah, Joao Felix for me.
2 assists for Joao Felix tonight for those goals from Ronaldo and Simakam. Moving towards the final minute in Buraydah. Al Nassr have got 3 goals tonight, just like they did when these two met last season. But of course, on that night, Kholood also scored 3. This eventually has been far less dramatic from an Al Nassr perspective, far more straightforward, and possibly with the prospect of 4 as Bouchal looks to chip it in the direction of Felix. It's a goal kick. Mohamed Moran and Haroun Kamara, the late arrivals from the Al Nassr bench here, off the back of that 3rd score by Coman. And he is off, and I think I saw Joao Felix's number as well.
He did.
So that is all 4 of the players that started in Al Nassr's forward line that are ending the game sat alongside each other on the substitutes bench.
Yeah, a well-earned break, job done, move on to the next game.
And Neom SC also got a 3rd goal tonight, so they're 3-0 up in their game against Damak. Closing stages of that one. Just the 3 minutes added on at the end of the 90, which in many respects will be a grateful sight, I think, for Kholood.
Yeah, definitely. They want to get out of there because they don't want to be conceding any more goals. It's been a hard second half for Kholood, but showed good signs in the first half. They will be competitive in this league, and they've got a good chance of surviving in this league as well.
They are going to end the night where they began it, which is just 5 points above the bottom 3. It's the 7th penalty that Al Kholood have conceded this season, which I think I'm right in saying is more than anyone else in the league.
Yes, as you said earlier, they concede a lot of goals, so it's always last-ditch defending from them.
It's more defensive work needed here as Yaya shifts it. Moran, and he's got it again, Moran, and that might have been heading for the corner. Still not away. Kamara, and the ball is loose at the feet of Yaya. There are so many fatigued bodies in red in there. Feels more than a bit desperate. In it comes again, looking for Alganam. And eventually it's away for Kholood.
Yeah, it's been difficult for Al Kholood. That's what I said when the 3 minutes came up. But it's sometimes when you play against 10 men, it can be more difficult. But Al Nassr showed it can be easy when you move the ball 1 and 2 touch like they've done this evening.
And they've dealt with the situation, the absence of Brozovic and Al Kabari well tonight as well, Al Nassr, because they are 2 big players to take out of this team.
No, they are. 2 of their starting midfielders, in particular Brozovic, who I think is outstanding.
Final few seconds, Garib, Yaya. It's Berry's touch, but just presenting possession back to Al Nassr again. Is there at least a dash of something in this